Hey y'all, what's up? Hey y'all, hey, hey. How y'all doing on this good afternoon? Hello, hello, buenos dias to you. Hey y'all, what's up? All right, let's get into it. Thank you. Hey, LaShonda, thank you. Hey, David, Henry, Carlo, Janine, Mary, Angie, Alicia. Hey, Lisa, Tammy, Banjo. Let me see who on here. Hey, Kimmy, Kale, Indigo. Who else on here? Okay, perfect. Let's look on TikTok. Hey, TikTok. Hey, Slim. Thank you. Kiyomi, how you doing? All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Zen. And today I'm reading for the beautiful, handsome collective. Hello, collective. How you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. 2 more times. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Yes, 1 more time. Flowers, 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 flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you. So I'm excited. I'm super excited because this read, I'm going deep into and I gotta watch what I say. So if you see me pause in between the words that I speak, that's just because I'm trying to find my words, okay? But I gotta get this message out. So this can resonate for anyone that is having any type of court case. It doesn't have to be specifically like child custody. It could be your inheritance for some of you guys. It could be, the pre-transitional case that someone tried to set you up with. However it resonates for you, but there's some kind of a court case that's going on. Hey, Alina, there's some kind of a court case that's going on here. So the title message or channel message here is who the F do you think you are? Okay. Who in the F do you think you are? Okay. Now, if you have been constantly going back to forth when it comes to courts or dealing with a judge or multiple judges here, there has been word around town in regards to either that courthouse, that county, that judicial system, whatever the case may be, in regards to who you are. And the reason being is specifically if you have been very vocal in regards to what has been happening towards you, you're speaking up and you're speaking out, and you're just very vocal and just very confident in regards to what you're saying here. There is an appointed person here who has caught wind or is now watching you very closely, carefully, but more so illegally without your knowledge, okay? Now, the reason why they're watching you very closely here is because people are starting to find out that they are actually a part of what is going on here. As I mentioned before in the various videos behind, I've mentioned that they have been paid under the table to throw your case, okay? They found out that you are aware that the case was thrown, and now this judge is making, or let me not say judge, this appointed person of the judicial system here is trying to prove a point to you in regards to who the F do you think you are. Now, how did they find out that you were aware that they were paid to throw the case? Well, you have people that are watching tarot and that are watching Oracle that's watching it for intel or insights or information, so that way they can always stay ahead of the curve. And I'm speaking about the karmics here. So there are some karmics here that are fully aware that you are aware that they paid a appointed person of the judicial system, or more so a clerk as well too, to throw the case so that way it can look good or more so beneficial in their favor here. So it's causing a lot of rift between this appointed person of the judicial system here, because you're not backing down, you're not standing down, like you just standing up like, what's up? You're not gonna do this to me. You know, this is very wrong what you did. You violated my rights. You violated my injustice as well. There were a lot of things that this appointed person of the judicial system have done here, and they feel disrespected. I'm gonna keep it real with you. And this is the energy that I've been picking up. As I was in meditation for quite some time. I saw many judges, but appointed person of the judicial system. I saw many of them in this one room, and they was just filled with like ickiness. So when I see someone that looks evil or have evil tendencies, they look like globs to me, like green globs. That's always how they show up to me. So when I see that, we're like, Yeah, nah, I don't want no parts of that. You catch my drift? But anywho, um, the person who threw the case could be a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, a uncle, a cousin, an ex-lover, an ex-friend, an ex-spouse, however it resonates, okay? But you're going to be learning that they were working very closely with the person who was supposed to oversee the actual case, you against that person, and that person paid that appointed person to throw the case, and that's going to be coming out publicly. Publicly to the point where, because if they did that to you, the concern now is going to be even a bigger concern. But the concern here is, well, if that happened to the collective, how many other people did this happen to? So it's going to bring forth a huge like collapse, or we'll say judicial collapse in regards to okay. Why are you so who is this heifer? Ew, let me get you out of here. Okay. Anywho, let me flip my wig, because we diving deep today, okay? So with that being said, let me go back to what I was saying. Yeah, so people are going to be aware in regards to what is actually taking place behind, certain things of that nature. People feel that that things only happen on TV. No. People only think reality TV is not real. How isn't reality TV not real? It's reality. It's real in some people's lives because some people act that way in regards to what they see on TV. What is TV? TV is something that you sit down and you may mimic, it's something that draws you in. It's an attentive thing. Depending on how attentive it could become, it could put you at an advantage or it could put you at a disadvantage, depending on how you watch TV. For me, I don't like to watch TV because I just don't like the things I can see, the things I'm like, it's not really my thing. And if I do watch TV, which is very seldom, it's going to be something older like the Jetsons or the Flintstones, like something older that more so resonate with me, if that makes sense. So there is a appointed judicial person. They don't want to get their hands dirty, but what they've done here is that they added a stenographer. I saw a stenographer also my meditative state here, and this stenographer is more so used as a lapdog or more so like a fetch. What I tell you to do, you just do. So they're like a gopher in that kind of way. So they have been actually doing more of the illicit things, the illicit illegal things surrounding like your background, where you come from. Like they're going a little bit deeper in regards to who you are because they thought that they may have done things towards you to keep you quiet. This is not going to resonate for everybody. Take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? For the ones, if you may have went to jail or you may have you maybe spent a couple of days, maybe a day, a night, whatever, however it resonates here. They did that. They used that in a way to make you afraid or to make you scared to not speak up. It's not going to resonate for everybody. Take what resonates. But if you have been very vocal, not only in the judicial system, but elsewhere as well, too, they feel like that you're making way too much noise to the point where you're going to rock the boat and everybody is going to sink. Newsflash, that's what's going to happen. What they think this is? I don't understand. How is it that a appointed person of a judicial system could judge others mundanely, but when it comes to the spiritual aspect of things, they don't even have that down pat? Like I always mention to you guys, everything happens in the spiritual world first. Okay, I don't care what you do, whatever your intentions are. Everything happens within the spiritual world first. So if you are asking for something, you're praying for something, and you're trying to manifest something, but when it finally comes down to you, it's not what you want. Maybe there might not be a connection, or maybe you might be doing something wrong, or maybe you might be throwing signals towards the universe that, hey, I don't want this. Let me give you an example here when I mean in regards to that. Sometimes your manifestation may become wishy-washy. And the reason why it may become wishy-washy here is that first, when you're thinking of the intention, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, oh my God, everything going to work out good. And you hyping yourself up, which you should be doing, right? But when you finally set it and forget it, meaning that you release that intention in regards to what you're wanting to manifest, then creeps in the doubt, the self-doubt. Man, this ain't working out, man. I don't know what's going on and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So now you're giving the universe a very wishy-washy type of energy because It's like you want it, but you don't want it. So when it finally manifests, and it do manifest, it manifests in a very coagulated way. It could be sometimes messy. It may fall apart. You may get half of the manifestation that you wanted. The other part might not be, you know what I mean? So you'll be like, well, this is not what I really wanted, but in that kind of way. So I say all that to say here that this person or this judicial person, appointed person of judicial system here, thinks that they can be the judge of you. But as I mentioned yesterday on the live, that you cannot judge others when you can't even judge yourself. I say that generally and collectively speaking, you have no business judging anybody when you can't even judge yourself. Meaning that if a person is willing to judge another person, they gossiping, ew, look at it, look what they got on, look at their t-shirt, ew, their glasses, ew, look at their hair, ew, why they wear that, ew. Like every person that they see, they have to critique. But the moment that you give that pushback right back to them, oh, you this, and oh, you that, who you talking to, and why you talking to me, and they want to fall, and they want to be afraid, some may run away, they want to talk about you behind your back, they don't make sense, and they don't have room to judge anybody, because they can't even judge themselves. If that makes sense? So this appointed person of the judicial system is this way. They don't have any spiritual protection. Just because they might be an appointed person down here, don't mean that they're appointed up there. Let's make that very clear. Whatever you speak, your action must match. Let's make that very clear. And there are a lot of people, despite this appointed person of the judicial system, a lot of them may have that so-called, whatever you want to call it down here, but when it comes to up there, they don't even have that. So I can't take you serious if you're trying to judge me, but you don't practice what you preach. I'm not going to be able to take that serious. It must be a match. It's like you playing tennis, right? When you hit the ball, you get a match, right? It must be a match in all that you do. Your actions definitely must be aligned with what you say that you're going to do. If you say you're going to do that, then that's what should be expected of you. And that's what these individuals don't do. So for a person to be in this position or this particular stance or this particular point of view here, to be in an appointed position of a judicial system here and not only abusing their authority here, they feel like that they can get away unscathed because they wear a little something extra than just, we'll say, normal or regular individuals, and that's not true. See, I'm going to talk about the things that people are afraid to talk about, because I'm not afraid to talk about it. These things need to be spoke about so that way change can be, change can come down. I'm for change, and this is not working out anymore. So this needs to be discussed. The same way how they feel that they can pry into people's lives illegally, do things to put people in harm's way, and all other things as well too. Well then, yeah, what's the issue? We're nowhere near them, but we should be able to tap in spiritually to see what they're doing. Fair exchange ain't no robbery. Like I keep telling you guys, okay? Fair exchange ain't no robbery, okay? You want to spy on me? Oh, okay. Oh, you trying to figure out stuff about me? Okay, no problem. Well, then I need to figure out things about you too. Okay, you may not do it how I do it, but just know if you're trying to pry into my life, you give me all permission, access to pry back into yours. That's just how I feel. It is what it is. You don't like it, don't do it to me. I'm just saying. It says self-sabotage here. And that's exactly what they're getting ready to do. This whole group here, as I mentioned, you could be going to court against a mother figure, a father figure, a brother figure, sister, uncle, cousin, aunt, ex-spouse, ex-lover, ex-friend, whatever, ex-best friend, however it resonates, ex-co-worker, however it resonates here. But everybody is lying. So whoever's involved in this court case here in regards to you here, they've been lying. They've been lying big time here. This stenographer here is trying to get insight or intel about you, but they can't find anything because in the meditation, I saw the stenographer, stenographering away. I don't know, child, but they were like typing away at that little computer thingy or whatever that thing is. And then they stopped at mid-sentence. So when the person stopped at mid-sentence, or more so the spirit, I heard the spirit say, I can't see anymore, or I can't hear anymore. So that tells me here that they have like a cold streak, or they lost access to you, or they don't know what you're doing because you live a very private life, okay? Again, this is a collective read. It's not going to resonate for everybody. Please take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Yeah, so they're scared of change. Yes, they're scared of change because of the lies that are hidden behind the change. They don't want the lies to be out, because if the lies out, things are going to change, and they don't want that. Because imagine if they did that to you, imagine how many other people that they did it to. Yeah, behind closed doors. Yeah. They were behind closed doors, and they were dependent. See, there's a grudge and dependent here. So there are individuals, more so family members. Now I'm going to shift it over to the family members here, because family members have been talking to this person like after work and behind closed doors, where people would not, you know, who has access to a appointed person of a judicial system, like on speed dial. That's very hard to have, you know what I mean? Because they carry a certain type of, we'll say, stature, more so appearance or perception, you know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna just call such and such. No, not like that. But these family members did. They had access. They did. We have humiliation here, and they wanted to humiliate you more so from behind the scenes, but of course they didn't want you to be aware in regards to the lies that they were saying about you. That's why when you did go to court here to state your case here, you may have felt jumped on. You may have felt like things didn't make sense, things that they were saying about you, and you know, in the session wasn't making sense. You'd be like, what are you talking about? You know, like, oh, you're such and such, you did that, you did that. You'd be like, what are you talking about? You know, so that was planned that way. Someone's name is Oscar, and they thought you would have lost faith because of the humiliation of losing. That's what they thought. All they wanted you to do is to lose faith, and they wanted to use certain type of things to get you to lose faith, oppress you, jump down your throat, make you afraid, push you to the corner, things of that nature. And you're like, child, please, you know. Yeah, we have shadow, man. We have shadow side and judgment, child. Hey, Tracy. Shadow side, my goodness, and judgment. They didn't want you to see how they were judging you, or more so the type of judgment that they were utilizing on you was the shadow parts of self. Well, I got this case, and I was wondering if you can, you know, yeah, no problem. Yeah, okay, yeah. You want me to say that? Okay, no problem. But you want to have to, you know, there was payment here. There was payment here. What else? Unaligned. The shadow side of the judgment that they placed on you was very unaligned, meaning it wasn't true. It wasn't the right thing to do in regards to what they attempted to do towards you. It was unaligned. It wasn't in alignment to judge you in the way that they did. That's why they had the shadow side, to hide the judgment in regards to what they have done towards you or said towards you. They had too much pride to look at it from a different perspective. And you were the different perspective, meaning you had the truth. The different perspective would have definitely opened up or shift things in a very positive way, but they didn't want that to happen because it was payments involved. and you finding out that there was payment involved puts this high appointed person of a judicial system in a state where they feel like, who in the F do you think that you are? Who are you? Where'd you come from? Why won't you be quiet? Who are you to say these things in that kind of way? So you're kind of pushing pressure because it's like, you what? Like, how dare you? That kind of way. Again, I'll put it in this way. Just because you might be an appointed person that can judge others down here and you don't even have that it's not matching up there, it's null and void. Looks can be deceiving. People can play anything at any time. People can do and say whatever they want at any time. But it doesn't mean or matter that even though they do whatever they do is going to match up to whatever they said or stated. That makes sense? There's a lot of people out here that just talk and talk and talk and talk, but they have no action behind their talk. Is that someone that you can trust or you should listen to? Like, true facts. I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. My mother used to tell me that BS all the time. She would do something, hey, mom, can we such and such? Okay, no problem. When it comes time to do it, well, we doing it? No, I ain't got time. Or it's always an excuse. Always. So if you consistently give me excuses, why should I believe you if you're only giving me nothing but excuses? Isn't that what excuses are? Excuses are used to buy more time. That's what excuses are. One excuse, okay, I get it. Excuse me, I'm sorry, you know what I mean? Please forgive me. I get that one time because you saw the errors in your way and you was like, you know what? I made a mistake. I took accountability. Let me fix that. I get that. You get a pass. You get a pardon for that. But how many more excuses do these individuals have to give to you for you to understand that excuses just buy nothing but time? That's all it do. That's all it do. So if it buys time, that's what this either ex-lover, ex-spouse, mom, dad, brother, sister, uncle, cousin, whoever, however resonates in your story, that's what they did. They bought more time. Because they were very prideful in regards to the perspective that you were given, and they didn't like the type of perspective that you were given. And your perspective was nothing but raw, harsh truth that they couldn't take. Yeah, they talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. They don't. They don't match up in regards to what they say. Yeah, and they felt entitled to you, which is crazy. Yeah, they feel entitled to be unaligned, to judge you in a harsh way. They feel entitled to judge you in an unaligned, let me make this clear, unaligned, harshful way. You don't have a say. Well, that's what it is because that's what I said it is. It's like my way or the highway. Nobody wants to live like that. When it comes to my way or the highway, no. You can't judge me if you can't even judge yourself. You just can't. Because whatever you say is just going to be null and void. Like, out one ear and out the other. It says anger. Well, why would they be angry? Angry for what? You're not the one doing this foolishness here. They are. So what exactly are they angry for? Because they can't be entitled to how they feel you should perceive what is or what's not going on? What's the real issue that you're getting angry? And why is it that an appointed person of a judicial system is speaking like this behind closed doors when they feel no one can hear or see them, which is odd, but whatever. Who in the F do you think you are? The truth, boo. That's who the F we think we are. Collectively, generally speaking, we're the truth. That's who the F we think we are. Who in the F do you think you are? To be able to sit in a position and to utilize the authority in a very negative way, to be very adverse and harsh towards innocent people, that's okay? Who in the F do you think you are, Karmic? Let's ask the real questions here. And maybe we can finally get somewhere in regards to changing how things are playing out here. The collective's not in trouble. I slept good in my bed last night. I think I slept for like a good 9-10 hours last night. I got up so refreshed. I don't have no worries as a collective person, because I'm a part of the collective. I don't have any worries. I'm not causing harm to other people. I'm not lying towards other people. I'm chilling. I'm chilling, literally. But I know these riffraffs ain't. They ain't chilling. They're running around like a chicken with no head on, child. They don't know who are you, where you in it. And I never seen this before. Well, looks can be deceiving, right? I mean, they can deceive you with their looks. Why can't you deceive yours with it, towards them? What's the issue? Why is it that they can do what they feel they can do towards other people, but the moment that they get that back, and it don't even be something big, it be something real small, and they, oh my God, how dare you? Like, yo, chill out. It's not that serious. Why they can't take what they did? Shh. Why not? Ain't no way you can be entitled to what I got going on over here. No way. I don't care who you are. I'm so for real. You can't dictate anything about me when you can't even judge yourself. And I'm going to keep saying it. When the last time you judged yourself? I'm sincerely asking, when the last time you sat with self and you ponder about the things that you've experienced and you went through, and you see some things in there that you know you should be changing, but you have not? When the last time you've done that? I do that consistently on a day-to-day. I don't play about my spiritual path, and I don't play about my life. Those two things I take very seriously. I take my mental health very seriously as well, too. I don't play about me. So if I don't play about me, why would I give you the opportunity to play me? That don't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't even play with me. So why would I give you the option or the opportunity to do that towards me? Somebody not making sense here, and it's the karmic. Who the F do you think you are? We the truth, boo. Who the F do you think you are, karmic? You got to take payment to throw things or to change things or alter things, to deter or to more so shame innocent people into BS. Karmic. Then you got to use a stenographer who's a lapdog. Like, what? Then I heard also in my meditative state, I'll never get caught. I'm the overseer. Basically meaning that they're the one that calls judgment. Okay. Then I also heard in my meditative state, I thought I told you to get rid of them. Why are you saying things like this? Karmic. I'm going to keep saying it. You don't know who walks with who. Leave people alone. You don't. Leave them alone. You don't know who walks with who. You don't know, you know what? You don't know who walks with who. Now they shame. Well, why would you be shamed? I don't get it. I don't get it. How could you be shamed by the lies that you spreading? That doesn't make sense. Somebody help me make this make sense. Ayúdame, 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 ayúdame. Somebody help me make this make sense. How in the world can you feel shamed for lying on someone that didn't even do anything towards you? Make it make sense. Somebody. My goodness. Misread signs, now they desperate. Because you're nothing but a big challenge to them. Yes, and they're a challenge that they would never overcome. You were the last challenge. You were the grand pumba of truth. Yes. When you get to the end of the stage, that final level, that's where you sat. And you sat in your truth, and you waited, and you waited, and you waited. You waited for your moment to arrive. And the moment that it arrived, they became desperate. Because the challenges that they put you through, you ate that up like it was nothing, child. Like it was a big bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios. You ate it up, boo. Oh, now they misread the sign. But I thought and you said no. No. You don't know who walks with who. You don't. Leave people alone. No matter your background, no matter your financial status, your social status, your whatever type of status that you want, whatever, you don't know who walks with who, boo. Stop. Stop. It's not that serious. Okay, you got some money? Hey, that's cool. But you don't have to put down another person because they don't. You don't know their story. You don't know their history. Just stop. Just go about your life. You love your money? Okay, cool. Go about your life. You don't have to put down another person because they don't look like you, they don't talk like you, they don't walk like you. Stop. Because it's really not that serious. And they're just making what's that saying, making a mole out of an anthole or whatever, however you call that, child. It's not that serious, but clearly it is for them. They're doing foolish to the point where they're draining their own energy. Look how foolish these individuals are. Very foolish. And unintelligent, unprepared for what was coming towards them. They were never prepared because, hey, they had the support and you were by yourself, but you're never by yourself. Which tells me that they don't believe in the same energy or source that you do. A mother, a father, a brother, a sister, a uncle, a cousin, a friend, an ex-lover, an ex-spouse, a co-worker, all your social connections here, all gathered together, however resonates in your story, all came together here and thought that they were going to beat you because bigger in numbers mean that they have a better chance at success or luck in regards to what they were trying to do towards you. And they failed miserably. Oh, they're by themselves. They don't have anybody. Okay, keep thinking that. Keep thinking that. That's how I knew they didn't have no spiritual eye or they're not connected. That's how I knew. I was like, oh, okay. You don't realize when people come towards you in groups, they really feel that they can beat you because you're physically by yourself. Looks can be deceiving. You don't know who walks with who. I keep saying that. But they're learning now. Now they want to push the blame onto you. They can't push any blame onto you when they're the one that keep trying to jump in on you. For what reason? For you speaking truth? That's it? So you being penalized for that? No. Absolutely not. No way. Let me drink some water. Hold on. They have this appointed person of the judicial system illegally looking into your life because this family dynamic gave this individual your information to illegally watch you. You can't do that. When you are sitting in a specific seat, you are supposed to be unbiased, not biased, unbiased and very emotionally intelligent to ensure confirmation that you are doing things with integrity on the right side of things, not the negative side of things. If you're not emotionally intelligent, if you can't keep your, then you don't need to be in that type of position. Yes, I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it. Yes, I said it. I said it. I did. You can't do that. You can't. You can't do that. No. You can't do that. Unspoken truth. Man, I love this deck. Man, when I say I'm going to give the best review for this deck, man, this deck is popping. But unspoken truth, which they did not want you to speak. Again, this may trigger some individuals, but what I'm about to say, I'm going to say it respectfully, of course, but these individuals don't have a connection to source or universe or ancestors or God. They don't. And they mimic you because you did. But the way that you did, your perspective on how you see, however way you do your thing when it comes to your source, deity, God, Jesus, however way you do your thing, because everybody's point of view is going to be slightly different. Confirmation, they didn't understand that. They didn't understand that. So they wanted to penalize you for something that they did not understand. How is it that they keep going to church? Not everybody, okay? I want to make that very clear. I'm not talking about everybody as a whole. I'm speaking specifically about the individuals that utilize different types of texts, different types of appearances, persons, places, or things to do things in a very malicious way. Once they're done, they can slip away or hide behind things. No. That's what I'm speaking about here. And these individuals say that they have a connection to source or God, but they're doing malicious things that do not connect or don't make sense in regards to the things that they're doing. So how is it that they believe in source or divine energy, but they're doing malicious things towards you or just other people in general? But then turn around and say in the same sentence that they need a group of people to come up against you because you walk by yourself. This is basic 101 information. Basic. You believe in a higher source, but you're coming up against someone that's by themselves. You believe in God and God is this and God is that, but you can't use your discernment to see not that one. Don't touch that person. Leave that person alone. You can't use your senses to see that if you believe in God, right? You see how they don't make sense? Some people will fight you tooth and nail for things like this that they don't want to be revealed. Well, how is it going to change if it's not revealed? Look at the foolishness they're doing behind the scenes. No way. What light energy? Let me pick sense out of nonsense. What light energy will make you go, do something odd or off? What light energy will make you do that? You ever had a moment when you very, very, very tired, lethargic, right? Let's say you just had a big breakfast, or let's say you work in a big office space, and sometime in the summertime, the office space be super cold, so you got to bring like a blanket or something, right? So let's say you finally get up for your break and you go outside and the sun is just beaming just right, and you were so tired and just depleted. As soon as you sat in that sun and you just put your face up in that sun, what's the first thing that you feel when you connect with that sun? You feel energized. You get like a second wind, or you get like a pick-me-up in regards to just connecting with the sun. So if light energy, if sun energy can do that towards you, I know a lot of people say, well, why you don't need to know what they have done and stuff. Yes, you do. And hear me well. It is very vital, or is very important to ensure that you get to the bottom of things, literally and figuratively. When you're able to see the thing from the origin, or you're able to revisit it back to the origin to see what is happening. So that way, okay, that is what's happening. That is the head of the cancer. Okay, that has to go. And once you're able to see what is happening at the origin of that thing in regards to where it's taking place, then you can change the outcome of the situation. And that is what is happening here. Why is these things, or why are these things happening in this way? So the more that you dive deeper, the more, oh, wow, okay, now I understand. So when you understand why they're doing what they're doing, it's going to help you to speak even more truth. It's going to click. It's going to make sense. Because again, all they have are lies. That's all they have. So yeah, I'm going to tussle you and fight with you and argue with you, because all they have are lies when you have truth. You have something that they don't want you to share. Truth. They don't want you to share that. Why does it need all of these riffraffs to do this? Why? All of these riffraffs? Like, my goodness. All these individuals against you. For real? That don't raise a red flag for you? Or shoot, not even a red flag. That don't raise a green flag for you? Why is so many people coming up against me? What did I do? It must be something spectacular in you. They keep coming up against you in this way, because what? They were unprepared to face you. Do you hear that? Well, how do you know? They had a group of individuals, a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, an uncle, a cousin, a friend, an ex-spouse, ex-lover, co-worker, spouse, whatever. However, they had many people that were very unprepared when they tried to challenge you. They tried. Baby, they tried. Not attempt. They tried and they tried and they tried and they tried to challenge you. And every time they challenged you, they got met with an energetic drain. They kept draining themselves. How can I get towards the collective? What can I do towards the collective? Why is the collective still up? Why isn't the collective scared? Why is the collective speaking up? And every time you're doing something that they don't want you to do, they keep draining themselves. Draining themselves to the point where they no longer going to have any energy, which makes them even more unprepared, to the point where they have the last thing that they can do is to give up. And that's what's happening here. Checkmate, Karmic. You don't this thing. You don't know how to play this game, clearly. You don't, heifer, little dog. You don't. I'm very disappointed in you, Karmic, because you gave us a game with no instructions and no directions, and we still whoop that ass. Can I say ass? We still whoop that ass, generally, collectively speaking. So that little game that you plays for us, game over. Fist bump. Period. Period. Let me give y'all some flowers, okay? Let me give y'all some flowers, all right? You know what I'm talking about? Because what they thought this was not. I said, what did they thought this was not? Oh, okay. Baby, okay. Oh man, they tripping, child. Oh man, they tripping. That's too much cards, but I'll take that top one. Okay. Poor investment in themselves. Not even you, child. Yeah. We gonna turn it around. The poor investment was within them. They poorly invested in trying to challenge you. And they challenge you. They only challenge you for a couple of reasons. I want to say three reasons. They were very ashamed of you for speaking truth. They became very desperate in regards to the truth that you have spoken, and they wanted to challenge your views or your perception, and they felt very entitled to do so, which is again why they thought and also continue to judge you in a very negative way, because your truth hurts. That is a true statement. Very true. You know if you're speaking truth. When you speak the truth to someone, they think, oh my God, did you have to say it like that? What you mean? Do you like this t-shirt on me? No, I don't like it. I think you look better in blue. Dang, why you gotta be so nasty? You asked me and I told you the answer. That wasn't being nasty. Hey, and it would just something like that. It'd be calm, cool, and collected. Yeah, no, I don't like that t-shirt. I think you should try that one. No, you just, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. That's what you were dealing with here. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Oh, goody, goody. Somebody could listen to Frankie Lyman. Remember that song, Goody, Goody? Da 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 da. Goody, goody was by Frankie Lyman. That's older, but hey, maybe you into like doo-wop type of music, but that's like 1950s or 1960s or something like that. But anywho, maybe somebody was born between those years, 50s and 60s, right? So we have hopelessness, okay? So, wow, okay, somebody that was born between 1950s and 1960s. When did that song come out? I want to see specifically because Spirit is telling me to look up the specific date of that song. So give me a second, please. Let me see. Frankie Lyman. Yeah, here we go. Release date. 1957. So somebody is born 1957. A parent could be born 1957 because all this actually was started from this parental unit or figure here, okay? So take it how it resonates. Also, today is Wednesday. Today I would consider a portal day with June 11th. Wednesday is really great for Mercury. It's great for communication. It's great for hanging with siblings. It's good for computer tasks and things of that nature, administrative work. Wednesday is great for mercurial things, okay? So I just felt led to say that. Yeah, they were irresponsible. Oh, and there's also the full moon. Okay, so there, look, there's a 3 for right there, okay? So yeah, you can use the full moon energy to write out your intentions. You can burn it after you're done if you like. I mean, there's so many ways that you can do something, but I think it's in the strawberry moon, I believe. I believe it's in the strawberry moon. All right, we have blind spots here, and they thought that they were in your blind spot. Yeah, they thought that they were in your blind spot to challenge you. Why do you have to be in my blind spot? Collectively, generally speaking, individually speaking, why do you have to be in my blind spot to challenge me? If you're going to challenge me, challenge me. I'm okay with that. I could take a challenge. I can. But why do you have to blindside me to get that challenge? That's not a challenge then. That's not. It's not. No, it's not. It's a weak move, if you ask me. It's very weak. A weak-minded move to blindside someone. Okay, they think you have a bad attitude and bad vibes. You don't. Your truth is just that. It's blunt. Sometimes you may not laugh when you speak the truth. Sometimes you could be serious. Don't do that. You shouldn't do that. Ooh, that might not be a good look. You know, whatever, however. And they come in that, they taking that as a form of, oh, you got bad vibes. You got a bad attitude for speaking truth. Oh, okay. Whatever. Just say you can't handle it, boo. We'll be okay. Just say that. I can't handle your truth. Okay, say that. Well, then don't lie around me then. If you can't handle my truth, don't lie around me. Literally and figuratively. Don't lie around me. then you gonna be good and I'm gonna be good. And we good. If you want to lie, go where liars go. Go with your crew, go with them and lie amongst each other. But don't come around us with that, because we're gonna be like, nope. No. Justice. It's a sibling here, as I mentioned. So it could be a sibling that could be into outdoor things. Okay, street things. We have dark energy here. They're into dark energy. They may go outside at night, or they may live life they may have like a nightlife. They like nightlife things. That's what they're hiding. Okay? Nightlife things could be partying, but the way that they party is very dark. Okay, I'll put it in that way. They have a secret lover here that's weak. So maybe the secret lover is into partying as well too, but they into, deeper things when they party. You're gonna have to put that where you need to put that. And they are emotionally exhausted keeping up with you. They can't keep up with you. They want you to chill out and stop so they can catch up to you. That's not how this works. It's not how this works, Karmic. If you're going to keep up, then you're going to have to figure out how to keep up, okay? Ain't nobody tell you to be coming behind us or trying to run behind us. You can't catch up with us. You're just not on our wavelength. You're not on our frequency. You're not on our vibration. You're not on our level. You're just not. Well, what you want us to do, Karmic? So we have a Taurus that could be homeless or becoming homeless here. Take it how it resonates here. Low vibrational, of course. You may have a grandfather that's a Taurus. We do have secrets here. Ooh, what's that one? High self-esteem. Or you are aware of the secrets. You know what's what, and you're not around them. That's what they get. They should have left you alone. Yeah, you are aware of what's going on. Yes, you are. You are aware. And it's causing them to drink. This narcissistic individual is like, I can't take this. Wait, whoa. Wait. What do you mean the collective found out? How did they find out? Who was talking to them? Did you talk to them? Were you spying on them? Did you like something? Like, this is how they're going right now. How do you know this? Where did you get this information from? Yet again, they believe in God. I got God in my life. I got God in my heart. This is what they say, right? So how is it that they have God in their life or source in their heart, and they can't even pick up in regards to what they putting down? Make that make sense. Ooh, there's some heavy army. There's like 5 of them. Whatever you call them things, child. They look like the planes off of MASH, the show called MASH. Baby. Somebody's eating porridge, or you may love porridge, or you're drinking sorrel. I'm also hearing black cake, so West Indian type of foods. I'm also hearing bacalao. I believe bacalao is also known as salt fish, or also known as what's the other term for salt fish? I believe it's cod. But that's what I'm hearing. Let's see. Yeah, show off. I consider Puerto Rican as Caribbean as well too. Yeah, I do consider that country as part of the Caribbean. So yeah. It's different, like the food is different, but the names are like, no. Well, the food is great. I love Puerto Rican food. Escovitch, yes. I don't like that, but yeah. I don't like that fish at all. But yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, man. Okay. So there were interfering of a, I don't know if you heard that fall like that. That's like a house of cards. Like all of my cards fell down and I'm not picking it up. That's what it feels like. Everything's coming tumbling down. I don't know if you heard them cards fall. And they were positioned in a place where they could not fall and they just went right over. Yeah, this is coming up in regards to what is being hidden in court. It's causing them to not only freak out, but have anxiety. Because of the illegal activity that they were doing. Because of the illegal, I'm telling you, it's family. Listen, I want a red velvet cake. Yes, I'm putting in my thank yous now. I want a red velvet cake and I just want some Oracle decks, you know? Okay. I don't want this. Yeah, I just want some Oracle decks. I want a loudspeaker. And I want a nice, sweet red velvet cake. It's say toxic family that you're not in communication with. You are not in communication with these riffraffs, these family members. You're not in communication with them heifers. You're not. And that stressed them out because you separated from them. And the moment that you separated from them is the moment that they receive bad luck. Oh, you gonna give us bad luck? Okay, well, we gonna give you bad luck, which is crazy. You're the one that's causing harm towards you and doing foolish things towards you, but now they trying to check you? No, boo. No, like Nino Brown say, cancel that. When the girl was acting a little crazy, whatever, I think she was pregnant in New Jack City, the movie with Wesley Snipes. And he threw the thing over her, the drink. It was like, cancel that. Yeah, this is what we talked about here, okay? We have a friend of me here that's an attention person. They love attention. They love to be in the center of attention. You may have went out with this friend of me before and they hated the attention that you got. You're not for who this resonates for, okay? I want to make that clear because it's not going to resonate for everybody. For the ones that do resonate, you don't care about attention. You're like, okay, well, yeah, all right, cool. Like, you don't, it's not that serious. Like, there's just more to life than just all of the vanity things. Like, I gotta look this and that. Child, you don't care. Like, you may wear mismatched socks like me. I like mismatched socks. I just like expressive clothing. That's me. I love bright colors. It's so expressive because that's how I am. I'm a very expressive person. So that fits me. You know what I mean? So you want to fit whatever you need to do in regards to you here, but they just don't want you to be you. And they didn't like it. They hated that. So they had to dumb you down. You know, like if let's say you were hanging with the boys, right? And you had one of the male friends from hanging with the boys with you, and maybe your shoes were untied or something. This is just an example. And instead of them saying, yo, bro, your shoes untied, they just let you go walking like that. Or let's say you had a stain on your shirt or your pants and they see the stain on the shirt, but they won't say anything because they want to more so embarrass you or feel like that they're getting a one-up because they see a stain on your shirt. Like, it's just very odd behavior. It's just very odd. Just doesn't make sense. But anywho, we have thief here. So this friend of me here try to take from you. Could take allies. Excuse me. It's a fake empress here that were taking allies away from you. They really weren't allies. Because if they were allies, they would have still been around you. There wasn't allies. So this fake empress here, thoughts, is a fake friend that's a woman. Take it how it resonates. You could be a male and had a woman friend that was very toxic, or you could be a woman that had a woman friend that was very toxic. Take it how it resonates, okay? But there was a woman friend, which is a fake empress here, that took your allies your so-called friends or other associates or whatever the case may be, and they really weren't your associates or your ally or your friends, because they thought that everything was correct in regards to what this fake empress was saying. And hey, that's their right, that's their free will, that's their birthright. They have to perceive however they need to perceive. That's cool. But don't allow whatever they perceive about you affect you. Who cares? You think that of me? No problem. You don't like me? No problem. You like me? No problem. Either way, no problem. You know what I mean? Get into a space where this stuff not gonna bother you, and it's not bothering you. And because it's not bothering you, it's like, who in the F do you think you are? Again, the truth. That's who you are, the truth. So what's the issue?